type forms, click forms, personal, go to Google Forms, start a new form if you wish to start a new, but I'll be using this form which I have been using for the previous videos. Okay, that's a form. It's a title, small description, question using radio buttons, questions using checkboxes, question using image, and also question which has image as options. Now let's see how to include short answers or long answers or both into a quiz. Click on the plus button and you get a question. Just come to the right hand side, click the drop down and select short answer. Alright, so now this can be used to get shorter information like name, phone number, email address, college, course, class, or whatever short information you want. In this case, I'll write full name as I want to know the name of the person who's taking this test. So let's say full name. Okay. This can also be used to ask smaller questions like answer in one word, name the following, fill in the blanks, or who said to whom. Okay. So let's make a quick question. I'll write where is the Eiffel Tower located? Come to the right on the drop down, select short answer. Alright. So the person has to write down the answer. He won't be getting any options. He has to write the answer, and this makes it easier to check the spellings if she really knows the spelling or not. So if you don't want to give options to the person, choose short answer. Now again, this has answer key, but this can be slightly tricky. So in case, let's see this. So if I click on the answer key and I say the correct answer is Paris, so the system takes the exact way you have written it as the answer. So if the person writes something Paris but P is small, then it will be wrong. And if he writes PARIS and puts a full stop, it will be wrong. So you have to think about the possible combination of how he may write, so he can add more answers like Paris is right, Paris is right again, and if he writes in full caps, it's also right. So this ensures that you don't have to manually check it after the test, and the answer can be directly checked by the system on the spot and the grades can be given. I'll just rate 2 points for this. And checking the option mark all other answers incorrect shows whatever they write apart from these 4 as a wrong answer. So if they write Paris, France, it's wrong. Paris, France, it's wrong. So only this 4 exact text will be the right answer. So hence this becomes a little tricky. So it's best to manually check the answer, but if you're sure about the possible outcomes, you can write give them different combinations. So I've given 4 and I can do done. Alright, so you can see the correct answer is Paris, P capital, Paris all small caps, P capital followed by a full stop, and Paris all capital. Now you can click on the 3 dots over here and take the description, and you can just, description is basically if you want to write a little bit more about the question. So if I'll put asterisk and write only the city name. So now I'm limiting the answer to just the city name. So it's sometimes it will still happen that people may write Paris, France, but we have the description part can be used to give this information. Okay. Now moving on to the long answer. So what if I want a question which has a really long answer? Like the best example is essays, or answer in brief, or describe in detail, or give reasons. Click on the add button and the drop down, select paragraph. This ensures that you can collect longer answers from the person writing the quiz. So let me just type essay on COVID-19 as it's trending. So now the person has a lot of space to write whatever he wants about the essay. Like the short answer, long answer, all the paragraph also has the answer key, but you can't write a right answer. So you can give points. I'll just give 10 points over here, but the system won't check the answer for you. You have to manually check the answer and then give the points. The other feature in short answer as well as the paragraph answer is that you can click on the three dots over here to the bottom right, and it gives you response validation. Now response validation is nothing but a limit. Still, it's not something like the answer key. It doesn't check anything. It just limits or validates the entry. Okay. So if I put it, since it's an essay, I'll write the minimum character count. I'll use the minimum character count, or let's say maximum character count. That will be easier. So I'll put maximum character count as 300. So if the person attempts this quiz and writes anything more than 300, he will be popped up with a message saying that not more than 300 words. All right. You can also customize your error text as to what should appear. So you can be creative, you can be fun, you can do anything you want, but by default the generic message goes out if you don't customize your error text. Okay. So the response validation in paragraph, it's limited to 2. Regular expression is bit pro level and hence I won't be talking about it. So the basic is length, which is very necessary for paragraphs. Now the short answer also has the same option. Bottom right, 3 dots, response validation. The options or the parameters are more for the short answer. That's because the short answer can be used in more ways to get information. So if I want the phone number, how do I use this? Let me just quickly plus add a question and I'll write phone number. Now I want to ensure, oh, it's automatically taken as short answer, and it has also automatically put the validation. Number is number. So I just have to select number and whole number. So if the person tries to put anything apart from a number, he will be popped up with a message saying ki put use whole number or whatever the generic messages. We'll see that. Okay. I'll just quickly explain the other ones. Text is if the text contains. So if your text contains a certain abuse and you want to when a foul bad word or a foul language used, you can actually put a custom error text that don't use profanity or some sort of thing. That is what it used. So if it's an email, then if you click email address, it will identify it as email. If it doesn't seem as an email address, it will give you a message that it's not an email address. Same with URL. The format is being checked over here and the error message pops up. Okay, so let's get back to number, which we are checking. The length we have already seen in the paragraph is the same for the short answer as well. So I'll just put number and whole number. So let's just preview this quiz and see how it has become. Right, full name, like John. Where's Eiffel Tower located? I'll choose this format. Paris. I'll choose this format with all small caps. Paris. Phone number. Now when I type a phone number as tree, it's giving you the message must be a whole number. So whatever you write, if you write 1.52, it won't take. It has to be proper number. So you have to write your proper number. SN COVID, I think we have limited it to 300 characters. Let's see if it takes the, if it pops you with the message once you cross 300 characters. I like the sound of keyboard. Insanely speed. I'm writing language which no one can understand, not even me. Okay, did we set a parameter over here? I don't think so. Let me just check that. Essay, oh, okay. Okay, we haven't put anything over here. So if you just put a maximum character count as 300, then you can see the error message. You have to refresh the page. Yeah, leave page. Okay. John. Paris, small caps. Again, phone number. If I write a letter, it won't take it. So it has to be a number. Essay and COVID. Let's try the 300 word limit. Alright, there it is. Must be fewer than 300 characters. So this, and until unless you change it, you won't be able to submit it. It'll just come back here and tell you to reduce the number of characters. So that's the use of this response validation feature of Google Forms. Alright, so that's about including short answers and paragraph answers into a quiz. And if you want to see, I can just show you how the Paris becomes right. Let me submit it. View score. See, Paris is right. That's because we have included all the possible way a person can write Paris when we have given the clear instruction as only city name. So you have to be really careful with this. If you, I mean, the easiest way will be to manually check the answer though.